Hi everyone, this is second lecture on C language series. In this lecture, we will write our first C program, and we will see what are the data types and how we declare and use variables. Okay, so let's start. Firstly, we will write our first program in C. As I told you in the first lecture, how we start writing, how we will start writing our program in C. In first step, I told you we will include header file. Okay, so we will include a header file. Then second step was main function. Okay, second step was starting our main function. So we will print in this program, we will print hello world or hello students in this program. Okay, so for printing we will use printf function, and we will write in inside the inverted comma whatever we want to print. So we want to print hello world. Okay, after every statement we have to close it by semicolon. Every statement, I repeat it, every statement we have to close by semicolon. Okay, now because our main function is integer return type, so we will return an integer. So we are returning here 0. You can return anything. It will not affect to this program it will not affect the output of this program and anything. Okay, so here you can return anything, but not in every function. Okay, so we return it because our main function is integer type return. Our main function is returning integer type, so we have returned an integer, and we have returned an integer 0. Okay, so this program will give us hello world on screen. Okay, this program, when we execute this program, it will show on screen hello world. Because we have printed hello world, so it will show hello world. Okay, so this is our first program in C language, and now we will discuss how the compiler compile it, how the compiler execute this program. Okay, if we save this program by first name, by first program .c file. Okay, so we save this program as first name or first program .c file. Okay, now when we execute this file, okay, the compiler will change it into exe file. Okay, this .c file will not be executed. This file will be converted in .exe file by compiler, and then this file will be executed. Okay, so this is the internal process of compilation. So we can't see this process because we are executing .c file, and .exe file is internal process. Okay, compiler change it into .exe file. It is an internal process, so we can't see it. We can see only output. Okay, now we need to know about comments. So why will we use comments in our program? Okay, so for example, we have write this program. Now in the future we are reading it and we forget what is printf. Okay, now we forget what is printf. So we will use comment in this program. Okay, before writing printf, we can use a comment. Printf is used for printing on screen. Okay, now we will use printf. So now when we read this, if we use this command, when we read this program again in the future, we will see this command. So now we have forgotten what is printf. So now we can remind that printf is something that printf is used for printing. Okay, so we can recognize why we have used printf here. Okay, so comments also used for someone else. Okay, like your program is reading someone else, or your program is reading someone else, so he can get what you have programmed. Okay, and so that's why we use comment in our program, so that anyone else can understand what you have programmed in your program, what you have write in your program. Okay, so comments are of two types. One is single line comment, okay, so this is a single line comment. This whole line is commented, not this line. Okay, so if we want to comment only one line, so we will use a single line comment. Okay, for this we use double slash. For this we use double slash. Okay, now second is multi-line command. Okay, so multi-line comment is used for if multi-line comment will be used where you want to comment out more than one line. Okay, if you want to comment out more than one line, so you can use multi-line comments. Okay, for multi-line comment, so for multi-line comment we'll use slash, then star, and we will write whatever we want to comment out, and then close it by this. Okay, this is our multi-line comment. Okay, if we in this program, if we use multi-line comment here, okay, and then close it here, so all these line will be, so all these line will be comment out. Okay, nothing will be nothing in this program will be executed, because all these three lines are comment outs now, because we have used multiple comment. So this line and this line, because it is opening here and closing here, the comment is opening here and closing here, so all these three lines will be comment out. Okay, so anything in the command, anything in the comment, compiler will not execute anything written in the comment. Okay, inside the comment, we can use whatever written inside a comment. The compiler will skip whatever the compiler will skip the comment out part. Okay, compiler will run only that part, only the part that is not comment out. Okay, now we will see data types. Okay, data types are, data type is an attribute that tells our compiler that which type of data we are going to use. Okay, there are multiple type of data that we are going to use in C language. So the first is primitive data type. Okay, in this data type, int double char and float. Okay, there are some more data types in primitive data types, but we are going to cover only these data types, because we if we use these type of data types, we don't need to use other data types. Okay, so now integer is used for integer type of data, for example 1 2 3 4, these type of data. Okay, and double is used for integer and also for decimal type of data. Okay, for example 1.2 1.3, and this is for character type of data, for example A, B and C, and this is for decimal type of data. One 1.3 5.2. Okay, so these are the primitive data types: integer, double, character and float. Okay, now we will see second is integrated data types. In this data types comes array. Okay, In this data types comes array. Array can store int, double, character, float, any type of data. Okay, so that's why arrays comes under the integrated data types. And third is user defined data types. Structure, for example, structure. Okay, we can use structure for user defined data types. Structure. Okay, in structure we can create or we can define data types as we want to use. Okay, we can define our own type of data. Okay, we can create own data types in structure. Okay, so now we will see variables. Okay, what are the variables? Variables are an entity whose value can be varied. Okay, so anything that is varying is called variables. So we can name our variable anything except keywords. Except keywords. Now what are the keywords? Keywords are predefined words. Keywords are predefined words in C language that have some meanings. Okay, for example, we use here int and we use here int and while, for. Okay, so these are the keywords that have meaning, that have a special meaning in C language. So we cannot name a variable these keywords. Okay, we cannot name our variable int or while or for. Okay, so we can name our variable except keywords. So how now we will see how we can declare our variable in C language. Okay, so first we will we will write. So first we will write data type. Okay, then name of variable. Okay, so this is that. So this is how we declare. So this is how we declare our variable. Okay, now how we will define it? So we can name. So we can write as name of variable equals to value. Okay, so this is how we define our variable. So here we are declaring that I am going to use this variable whose type who is this data type, who is of this data type. Okay, so this is the declaration where we are declaring that I am going to use this variable who is of this data type. Okay, and here we are defining our variable that this variable have this value. Okay, now how we can use it? We can use it, for example, for example, int x. Okay, so this is how we declare here. x equals to 5. Now how we can use just by typing the name of variable. Okay, so for example, x equals to x plus 1. Okay, here we are using only the name of variable. Okay, we are not using the data type of variable or the value of variable. We are just using the name of the variable, x equals to x plus 1. Okay, so this is how we declare, define and use our variable. Okay, now we will see the name rule of variables. Okay, we cannot name our variable anything we want to. Okay, actually we can name anything, but there are some limitation. Okay, so the first is, it should not be reserved. For example, int for. Okay, as I told you that it should not be a keyword, because keyword are reserved. Okay, keyword are reserved, it has some meaning, so we cannot use our keyword, or that is something reserved. Okay, here reserved means, here reserved can be also referred to, here reserved can also be doubling of variable. Okay, so for example, you have used here, you have used int a in a program. Okay, now you are going to use int a again. So it is not possible, because it has reserved now. It has reserved now because you have used in a program, in the same program, you have used a. Okay, you have used a, so you cannot name again now a. Now the second rule is, it should start from a letter or underscore. Okay, it should start from a letter or underscore. Now this is very important point. You cannot name your variable as 1 2 3, as you cannot name your variable as 1 2 3. Okay, or 1a b or something and a. Okay, so these are not allowed, because the variable name should be start from underscore or a letter. It can be a 1 2 3, it can be b 1 a c, it can be underscore b a underscore b1. Okay, it should be start from letter or underscore. Okay, now the third point is, no other special character are allowed except underscore. Okay, we cannot use any special character in the name of variable. We can use only underscore. nothing else. Okay, we cannot name our variable as naman @ something. Okay, we cannot use a special character in our variable. We can just use, for example, Ram _ Singh. We can use underscore. Okay, not other special character. So these are the rules for naming our variables in C language. I hope everything is clear to you. Okay, this is enough for today. Thank you for watching the video.